Hello, all you beautiful people. Today I have got installment number 1 of building a Cadillac hunting blind. Now this thing is going to be really nice. We're going to build it 8x8. We're going to somewhat insulate it. It'll be waterproof, windproof. It's one of these deals where we can come out here on the farm and just stay in it for days on end if we want. So yeah, we got to get way off back in here. It's been raining. It's going to be fun. We're going to have to put the truck in four-wheel drive. And of course, run this lumber across the field without shaking it out and running over cattle. But yeah, a little bit of background. This place is a magnificent place to hunt. It's a centennial farm. So that means that it has been in the family and producing for over 100 years, which is some really cool stuff. But yeah, we're going to be getting back here, building this blind. It's going to be 10 feet off the ground. It's going to be looking over a food plot. So that is pretty cool stuff. So now let's go ahead and put this truck in four-wheel drive, cross the creek, run through the field, splash some mud, and hopefully not do 52 stick pickup. Stay tuned, guys. So let's go ahead and put the truck in four-wheel drive. It's got a stick in the floor just like John Moses Browning intended. There we go. Let's go ahead and turn off traction control because this thing will fight you the whole way. As it feels tires spinning, it'll hit the brakes on you, and that truly sucks. So yeah, now we have to go down here and cross the creek. Boy, if you don't have the most unfortunate birthmark. Looky here, show us that bullseye. Right there, look at that bullseye right there on his forehead. That's unfortunate. Objects in mirror may be muddier than they appear. All right, this area right out here is the food plot. It is triangle shaped. Now what we're gonna do is erect this hunting blind right here. That way it's got a full view all the way out here and then all the way back. Now these guys have got a really neat setup. I'll detail it here later in the video. All right, so let's back up to our site here. Better turn that music off. I don't want a copyright. So boom, we're backed up to our site here. Let's unload this lumber. Now that field was freaking soupy. I don't think the camera really showed how soupy it was. But boy, my big old truck was just barely moving through it, man. But yeah, we're back here now. We've got the holes pre-drilled. We did that with a tractor a couple of weeks ago. Let's go ahead and give you a look at that. All right, so we've got 6 holes. Now, these are spaced 8x8. We probably could have gotten away with just a couple of fewer poles, but what we wanted to do was throw a couple in the middle for sound deadening. Give a little extra something, that way if you accidentally bump the floor, you don't get a whole bunch of resonation. Now, there's the lumber. Let's go ahead and look at all this. These are our 4x4x12s. They're going to go in the ground 2 feet and extend up 10 feet. And of course, here are our joists and our outer bands. Now the outer bands, I have done 2 of them at 96 inches, 2 of them at 93 inches, and all of our joists are 93 inches. I went ahead and cut all of these, pre-cut them where I had electricity, because if you can tell, there is no electricity. All right, you got the Ruger Charger PC9 on coyote duty. The first thing I'm going to do is lay 2 legs out, and then I am going to screw one of my top pieces from there to there. and stand them up. Then I'm gonna do the opposite. All right, so I am too used to working by myself. So what I've done is I've squared up 2 of the legs and put one of my 93-inch pieces across the top. And now I'll stand that completely up. And then there were 2. So now I've got a pole to put here, a pole to put here, and we got to tie them together. Well, this Craftsman level is pretty cool. I just picked it up for a song at Lowe's. And what I like about it is it's adjustable. See it right there? Now, if it isn't level, you can make it as level as you want. See, look at that. You can adjust it wherever you want. So, what do we got? There you go, she's level. I love this cheater system. There we are. We got 6 legs and 4 pieces for our band standing up. Now, if it looks a little crooked, that's because it is. I've still got some truing up and whatnot to do. By the time we come back, I should have the post concreted in the ground, and we'll start putting some joists, building up a wall, and putting a roof on this thing. We're going to put some pretty neat windows in it, and of course, we'll give you a view of how this is going to turn out, man. You know, there's a shooting lane here, there's a shooting lane here, there is a shooting lane straight down this way, but now from up there, basically that platform's 10 feet in the air. If you're looking out the window, you're going to be about 14 feet in the air, so you're going to get a really good view. We'll wind up topping a couple of these trees, and the whole point of this, I'll go ahead and show you the whole point of this, is basically, it was really upsetting. The guys were sitting in the blind. I wasn't here that day, but they were sitting in the blind on the ground right there, looking out at the food plot. So while they were on the ground, right back there, one of the trail cameras showed a pretty decent buck crossing. So what would have been a productive day if they could see the deer was completely ruined by the fact that they're sitting on the ground. So now this elevated blind, dude, we should be able to see this whole patch. Now this patch is really neat. What they've wound up doing is they have taken and cut channels, and it funnels the deer directly out in front of you. So as the deer are funneled, this blind is going to be strategically placed there to intercept them. So this ought to make for a really productive hunting season. All right, so it's all standing up. A few of the legs and the band are a little cattywampus, but I go about this a little bit differently. What I do is I get everything in place. I'll concrete one. Now this one is dead perfect. So I'll concrete that one in. Then I will level bands, level bands, level bands, and then take each leg loose one at a time and square them up. And then all 5 of those will get concreted in at the same exact time. So now we'll let this right here dry up. I'll come back in a couple of days and we'll make this nice and pretty. There's the aftermath. A nasty truck and a nasty GoPro. I had to wash the GoPro in the creek. It's still freaking filthy. Oh, it's been a fun day. So now, if you've enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. Also, check out my Patreon account. I got a few guys over there helping with consumables, and I am super thankful. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you next video. I love you.